we're here. I can't do a Trump impersonation.
I wish I could.
So I'm not even gonna try.
Fuck that. I wish I could do a Biden. I wish I could do Biden's. I feel like I could.
I'm just gonna talk in his cadence. I'm not gonna sound like him. I'm not gonna do anything else.
I just wish I could do Biden. I mean, no one really hears him talk anymore. He doesn't know how to do that. So no one really.
I don't know. There are some funny presidents to impersonate. Like if you could, like if there's someone you could impersonate.
Sure.
Like through. Say that again.
James Madison. He's a great one. Yeah, he's got a
George Washington
way of speaking. Yes, the guys we never heard speak before.
Yeah, no, I want I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, this is like an easy one, but like Key and Peele's Obama shit, like when like you do like the Obama or like Family Guy's fuck, what's his name? They're Clinton, yeah, like they're funny. They're funny.
They did a Reagan.
Yes, like Reagan, Clinton, like some of those. There is some good.
Teddy Roosevelt had a high pitched voice.
I don't know.
Teddy Roosevelt's pretty cool.
I
just read a book on him. It's pretty cool.
I will. Cool. I don't think I'll ever sit here and pretend like I know about the history of our presidents, and I'll admit that.
That's fair.
Like I like to learn. I like to learn about it and ask, but like I'll never be like, yeah, Lyndon B. Johnson. Like I can't tell you when he was president, what happened when he was president, what he did.
He was 8.
I can't even tell you what he looked like. It sounds like a fat president, though. I will say that. Lyndon B. Johnson sounds like a bigger, heavier set president.
Lyndon was tubby.
I was gonna say that's my. I don't want to fat shame.
Do you know who? Lyndon was Kennedy's vice president.
Ooh.
He was sworn in on Air Force One.
Okay.
He was sworn in on the plane.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So the day he got shot in his head and his brains flew into his wife's lap.
Oh.
There's a plane photo of Lyndon B. Johnson and his wife's name is Lady Bird Johnson. I don't know. It's a weird deal. I don't know what it is. His middle name is Bird.
No, it's not.
Swear to God.
No, it's not.
I swear to Dick.
The B in Lyndon B. Johnson is Bird.
No, it's Baines.
I was gonna say, there's no way, bro. There's no way.
That no, his wife was Lady B. Johnson or Lady Bird. I don't know. Some weird shit. Presidents are fucking weird, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of On It. Believe it or not, this is a sports podcast.
Kind of.
Sometimes. Honestly, it's like, I mean, if it's a slow day, maybe it's not a sports podcast, but I'll tell you what, it ain't been a slow day in a while, and it wasn't.
Well, there will never be another slow day. Like we used to have slow days, never again.
Yeah, the way the way the NFL and the NBA works now, it's like
I think the way life is, you know.
Yeah, and the more greedy players get, and the more stupid shit that happens, and the more angry fans get. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Speaking of a lot going on, the last episode we predicted landing spots for Mike Williams, and
I was correct.
I was gonna say you were heaviest on Jets.
Well, said. Well, I was talking a lot of everybody, but you said who's your pick, and I said the Jets.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
I wanted him. I mean, like, okay, I'll put it to you like this.
I mean, the moment he got released, you were like,
as a Ravens fan, I look at us signing Nelson Aguilar, signing Odell, having Michael Gallup come visit.
Gallup visited?
Yeah. So it's like, why can't we consider someone like Mike Williams? You know, like
I'm 1,000% sure Eric did. Consider.
I don't know. Why did he visit? You know, like why? Are you sure? Or maybe we didn't consider them because we had Michael Gallup visiting. Like, you know, like it's like that's our thing. We love to just pick up any receiver and just, all right, yep, Lamar, you're good. You got this. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And that's I honestly can't remember who else I said besides Baltimore where I really wanted. I know I said, yeah, Jets would have been cool to see
Pittsburgh.
him. I know I wanted. Well, see, here's the thing: we've been doing this for the last like 3 or 4 receivers that have been available. Like we were talking Calvin Ridley and where he could potentially go. We were
Yeah,
talking. Now I'm drawing an absolute blank, but it would seem like every week it was like.
Keenan,
eh,
uh, Mike Evans.
Oh yeah, Mike Evans was the big one. It's like it was just
Yeah,
every week one receiver that was talked about the most, and the 4 or 5 teams that could really use a receiver or just good quarterbacks that these receivers could go play with.
honestly, these receivers, they're just a bunch of 30-year-old guys who might do well next year.
Well, I think Mike Williams. I I I like it. I like.
I think he can. I mean, he was in a great spot in San Diego and LA where he was Keenan's number 2 and he could shine.
I don't know. I feel like Keenan Allen. I mean, like the same way I said it's great for him to finally be able to be a wide receiver too. It like would have probably been a pain in the ass for him to go another year being a wide receiver one
Yeah.
on especially the Chargers. And I mean it's just I don't know. I don't know. Mike will definitely had to. I don't know because Keenan balls. It just seems like he. I don't know what it was in L.A.
I
with
don't
the
know
Chargers.
how Justin Herbert threw for like 4+ thousand yards every year.
Like I would really maybe this is something I do in between this episode and next episode. Like I really want to like look up the downfall. Like yeah, I'm gonna even write a reminder of like.
Well, their playoff game, that was a pretty big downfall.
Well, I'm talking the last like what 3, 4
But
seasons. Like the big downfall, and maybe it's not even a downfall of the Chargers, but it's just what the Chargers have
needed.
always needed, but also or potentially what the Chargers have always been. But
Yeah,
instead, it's like Justin Herbert now. It's not Philip
yeah,
Rivers. Like it's just
yeah, exactly.
it's what.
But they were doing the same fucking thing.
So yeah,
Doesn't matter who it was.
I don't know. I think Mike Williams is in a better position than he was. I think he's in a better position playing with
Of
Aaron
course.
Rodgers, not having to be a wide receiver one. I mean, it's just
And there are actual fans of this team coming out to cheer.
yeah. There are actual fans, which
Some little Asian lady who's like,
that was funny. Yeah,
"Let's
that
go!"
was a hey. I mean, at least
They
they're
were
letting.
really trying to find Chargers fans. They're like, "Look how hyped up people are to see the LA Chargers."
I mean,
You
at least they
fucking
have.
that 70,000 seat stadium is fucking empty. Everyone's booing.
Yeah, I don't. And it seems like their whole thing was like in my mind, I'm like, they could go back to San Diego. There's got to be more fans waiting for them there, which I'm sure there are more in
They're more,
comparison.
but it's really not that
But
many.
I feel like their whole thing about leaving was because it's like, bro, we don't got shit going on here. Like,
There's still not much in San Diego. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like,
Well, the moment the Rams came back, it was like, what the fuck are we doing in San Diego?
well, it's also like, why are two teams playing in a city that they both already left before?
Was LA?
Well, but I'm okay, but I'm put that up. But I'm saying like okay, you see it. The Rams have been here, left, and came back,
Yeah.
and you're in San Diego, and you decide it's like you know where we should go there.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
Why?
go.
I don't get that. Which I mean, maybe I'm a hypocrite. Maybe I'm a hypocrite as a Ravens fan because maybe at the time, from what I'm told, there were people waiting for a team in Baltimore, but maybe it's the same amount of people that there are in San Diego that says they're waiting on a team. I don't
Yeah.
really know. I can't tell you. There was no
Well,
survey
San Diego will never get another team.
like unless I find a survey from 1985 from people in Maryland. Like how many people want a Baltimore team back in
Yeah.
or want a Baltimore team in the NFL again? Like I don't
It, well, it's, I mean, there are
know.
way more Baltimore who would want a team opposed to San Diego fans now have to drive an hour to go see their team. Like, it's not like Baltimore to fucking Indianapolis. It's like an hour.
Which let me
I have no idea how far San Diego is. I could give two fucks about California.
Chargers started in LA.
Did they?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, fuck San Diego.
You know what I'm saying?
Who could give a fuck about San Diego?
So yeah,
It's like St. Louis fans being fucking pissed. Fuck you guys.
they start in LA.
Who the fuck goes from LA to St. Louis?
Bro, I don't know. It's weird. At this point, it's
in the 80s.
we talk about St. I hear people talk about St. Louis like they want a football team, but do they?
Well, they filled up the St. Louis Blackhawk. What are they called?
Yes. Yeah, Blackhawks. I think they're the Blackhawks. No, I think it is.
Battlehawks.
No, the Dragons are
Seattle.
the green one. Yeah.
Battlehawks.
It's something.
They filled that stadium up. They packed it full capacity.
I kind of remember that.
That was AJ McCarron. Dude, you know he was signed to the Bengals, and then said, "I don't want to be a backup. I'm going to play for the Battlehawks."
Nice.
AJ McCarron is a bro. He's the coolest.
But what we should talk about, since we are talking about Mike Will,
Get Donald off my television.
Get who?
Aaron Donald. No one cares.
Okay. I didn't want that to be a topic, but like real quick, Aaron Donald, the way they're talking about him, it's like they're talking about like, oh, the shit he's done in 10 years. And it's like, I see people like, wow, it's like, imagine it only took 10 years for you to potentially be the greatest defensive player of all time. There are so many defensive players I'm putting in front of Aaron Donald. And I'm sorry.
J.J. Watt.
But when it comes to the greatest defensive player of all time,
yeah,
versatility means...
Maybe guys with just a little bit of versatility.
Versatility means a lot.
I've never seen Aaron Donald just take 2 steps back.
Now, if you want to talk best interior defensive lineman of all time,
we can have that conversation.
Fucking run with it.
Yeah,
run with it all day long.
Defensive player?
There are players in the league right now.
Now, Dion better have something to say about this thing.
Here's my thing, though.
Because he thinks he's the greatest.
And I hate to be that guy. Because sometimes the internet and social media and the media don't get it wrong. Like when LeBron was put on the magazine as an 18-year-old, and they're like the next fucking the chosen one, and everybody knew, they got that right. But
that was.
I really feel like when it's like, oh my God, Aaron Donald, look at him training with knives. Wow, look how intense he is, and it's like he gets.
Oh, look, he's also a family man.
A lot more attention was given to Aaron Donald, and it seems like his praise went up a lot more at the same exact time.
Yeah.
Which it's like
same thing with like a fucking corner.
I don't know, bro. I really feel like I said, there are players who are in the league right now that I don't care how less attention they get compared to Aaron Donald. They're going to finish their career a greater defensive player of all time than Aaron Donald. And yeah, I mean, there are...
Because talk about Aaron Donald. I don't know. I don't think anyone... No other... Like, he's not... The reason he's not put in like a... Everyone's like, oh, there's no one close to Aaron Donald that position. It's like, because maybe that position just doesn't need to be talked about that much.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you put a big spark on that specific position.
Yes.
But you did not change the way defense is played. Or
no, he was just stronger.
It's like, you're the best defensive interior lineman of all time.
Sure. Now, did he have a great career? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what sucks. It's like it's really bad with like music. Like you overhype. It's like people overhype.
Where it's like, why are we putting these guys in the GOAT conversation?
Well, okay, here in music, right? I see so many rappers where it's like there's really like nobody else that can do this, or he really changes the he's really this of this generation, or
Yeah.
he's or you know like just
The
there's
new,
so much praise for artists
but
that
also
say that again.
stop comparing them.
But what I'm saying is when you give so much praise to somebody, but when it starts to seem a little like unwarranted, like unnecessary praise,
Yeah.
you kind of have to go back, like you kind of have to fight that with negativity.
Exactly.
And then you can say it's like, yes, he did have or I mean, you could do it before or after, but at some point you're gonna have to say, look, he's not the fucking best of all time.
But yeah, when you overhype, now you have to you miss the fact that like all the praise he could have gotten, like when he retired, like the greatest defensive tackle of all time.
Yeah,
Talk about that.
talk
Let's not
about
start
that.
comparing him, because you can't compare him to any of the other greatest defensive players of all time unless we're looking at like awards.
And also, if you want to have the conversation of all time, you're gonna have to just accept at some point that he's definitely not one
No.
or five. Like
Five.
he's not
No.
up there. I mean, people bring up LT. First thing they bring up is LT.
Yeah.
I personally bring up Ray Lewis, and I also believe it's Ray Lewis because Ray Lewis didn't get to play on crack. If Ray Lewis got to play on crack, if Ray Lewis got to play football high on crack cocaine,
What about steroids?
he would have been undoubtedly the best player of all time.
You
But
sure about that?
I'm positive.
You
But
sure he
yeah,
wasn't Patties?
nah, I don't think. I think my guy Ray, his on and off the field, always been clean.
Wait, you're sure Chris Davis and Ray Lewis weren't swapping Adderalls?
No, I think Ray and fucking Michael Phelps were smoking doobies.
Oh, dude, they were
And
doing.
actually,
That's that.
I don't
That's
know if
dope.
Ray's blowing down. I know, I'm sure maybe Phelps and Reed
Ray's
were
a
blowing
god.
down. Ray don't seem like a weed guy to me.
No, he seems like he's always on top of his shit.
He seems like he's fully okay with you smoking. But
Yes,
like personally, it's like I don't know. Like bro bikes like 52 miles. I don't think he's
the dude's an animal.
gassing it up.
No,
The Jets
but
are
also
gonna
Ray Lewis is way cooler than David Goggins.
the Jets. I want to talk about the Jets. That's what I want to talk about. We talked Mike Will. We talked
Yeah.
Aaron Donald. But what I want to talk about is the Jets because we've been looking at these teams. You know, we looked at the Bears and their hype. We looked at I can't even remember the other teams we looked at. I think Philly. We looked at I can't even remember. But we are
A
going to
few.
look at the Jets because
The Panthers.
we're kind of gonna have to start doing what we did last year, and that's hyping up the start of Aaron's stint as a Jet because all off season last year
It's so traumatic for me.
we spent so much time hyping this up and we were so excited. And then
Like, all someone had to do was just give us a script for the first game, and that would have saved us so much time, dude.
oh dude, our episodes would have been so short in the off season last year.
You know what made Aaron's Achilles so weak?
Why?
Not getting that shot.
Yep.
The
Get
COVID
vaccinated.
made it weak, dude.
Do we spread misinformation? If you
Yes.
don't get vaccinated, you will tear your Achilles.
You will tear your Achilles.
Watch that. The video is gonna be taken down.
I hope.
But
Or no, what's even better is we get one of those like little COVID tags on it, like it's like one of the YouTube
oh, dude, the
says
COVID,
like COVID-19 is real. Talk to doctors. It's
dude,
like all
the
right.
COVID-19 tag at the bottom. I
There
would
is
love.
no other. You can talk about every other disease, but you can't talk about fucking COVID.
That's and that's weird. Like we could spend an hour talking about AIDS, and it's like fine, I guess.
That's the one.
I think so. I think we can.
Yeah.
Now
No,
that I say it, I don't know how much.
There's commercials for it,
There are. But
but
look,
the commercials are super fucked up. Have you seen AIDS commercials?
no.
You've never seen an AIDS. I see them literally all the time.
Could you give me an example of one?
Hulu with ads or no ads?
No ads.
See, I'm an ads guy. I got the ads. I'm cheap.
No ads.
So I see AIDS commercials.
You see AIDS
And
commercials on
I
Hulu.
thought I was done with commercials, but I got a ton of AIDS commercials. Maybe they're telling me something.
So what? I mean, what is
You'll never
a
see a
general
straight
AIDS
white
commercial?
couple. You'll never see a straight white couple on an AIDS commercial. It's black people, gay black people, transgender people, lesbians, black lesbians. Like there will never be just like a regular like not regular, but like a straight white couple. But uh, but like and then people say, "Oh, white." They're like, "Oh, straight white people get AIDS too," and it's like, well, then why the fuck aren't they why aren't they telling straight white people that they're getting AIDS? It's just the affected communities that they're showing on this thing.
Look,
I stop talking.
no, look, no. I feel you, but I'm gonna help you out. I don't have to be the guy to cape for anybody or any group of people, but I will say there are plenty of nasty white straight
That's what
motherfuckers.
I'm saying. I'm like, white people can fucking get that shit any day of
There
the week.
are there are a
Why don't you
gang.
throw a junkie on there?
There is
Throw
a
a junkie on the commercial.
there is an absolute gang full of straight white people who are
Some
just
needle poking
disgusting.
guy who can get AIDS in 10 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, and that. But see, it's
And
like,
instead they're going, they're like, oh, only black people get it. It's like, no.
yeah, no,
Maybe
I don't see that because my Hulu is, we accept everybody. We don't discriminate and make AIDS commercials.
are they do you think they tailor these commercials to me?
Maybe,
Do
but
I
that
have
says
AIDS?
something about you.
I know. Do I have the AIDS?
If you did, I feel like you could speak.
I don't think I would have AIDS yet. I would have
Yeah,
the
the HIV.
but I don't have the AIDS yet,
No, no,
which
no,
is fine.
no. Wait, is HIV and then AIDS?
Always HIVs then AIDS. You never get the AIDS first.
Well, no. I mean, obviously, I knew one always came first, but yeah.
It's the yeah, yeah, yeah. Once
Wow.
you get AIDS, you're done. Like Michael Magic. What's Magic? Irvin. I couldn't remember what his real name was. He's got the hips.
Yeah. Well, actually, does he?
Un-
Does he
It's
even have it
undetectable.
anymore? I was
It's
gonna
undetectable.
say. Yeah, I don't
But yeah, never had the AIDS. Once you get the AIDS, you're done.
know. We've
Un-
spent way too much time talking about AIDS.
a lot on the AIDS, but
Back to the Jets, which I guess shout out to us, but back to the Jets. Um, their offense. Wow. It's so weird that I feel weird. Like it feels like I shouldn't be bringing up a sports topic because of what we've talked about so far. But the Jets.
I mean, yeah, we sprinkle in sports.
Mike Will signs with the Jets. We already talked about that, but let's talk about the rest of the team because with their offense, with Aaron Rodgers returning next season, hopefully, I mean, if 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 this whole shit happens again, I mean, I'm just not gonna hype up Aaron Rodgers anymore because I mean, what are we
Now,
talking about? But there's no way that's going to happen again. But
no, he's good. He talked to his doctor.
you got A Rob returning. You're
His
gonna
night.
be you're gonna be
He's
working. He's how much?
he's 40 years old. He's how much?
Bro, I didn't know what you said, so I didn't know which one to put at the end of how.
223 pounds of straight ayahuasca,
Unvaccinated waste.
straight whale blubber. That's all he eats.
But you got Aaron Rodgers. You got Brees Hall, who quietly ran for 994 yards.
He had a good year. He's a great
Um,
back too, which I'm a big fan.
he's gonna be looking at Garrett Wilson, Mike Will, and Alan Lazard.
Yeah,
I like it.
I love it.
I like it. And the O line moves that they have
Still don't
made.
know about Lazard.
I mean, what is there not to know about Lazard? He's a cool piece, you know?
No, he's a good
And if,
piece, but
if you're Aaron Rodgers, there's no doubt that Aaron Rodgers can't work with Alan Lazard.
no, he can. But yeah, I think they're lucky that they got an additional piece.
Yes. Well, that
So
was the
Lazard
whole thing. I saw it was, like they said, they were like, unless they know they're trading for Devontae Adams, Mike Will better not leave New York.
knew.
I don't even know if he made that Pittsburgh stop. Because it was, remember,
No, I think he went straight to the Jets, and that was it. They brought him a Taylor ham and egg and cheese, and that was the end of it.
There you go. The O line moves they made though. You have Tyron being picked up. You got
Yep.
John Simpson, who was a card for the Ravens last year. They also
Yep.
traded for Morgan Moses from the Ravens.
Yep.
And Elijah Vera Tucker. He only played 5 games last year, and then he tore his Achilles. He'll be
Mm.
returning. I mean, there is a lot to look forward to when you're talking about this
They have
offense.
3 centers on the roster right now. That's a lot.
They have 3 what?
Centers.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna
I
be
don't know
like that on the 53-man roster. But then the
is.
defense, I guess it's. I mean, the Jets defense is weird to me,
Agreed.
but they got some guys. Obviously, you got C.J. Mosley still there. Quincy Williams, who was All Pro last season. You have Quinnen Williams,
Yes.
Sauce. Now they got Tony Adams, who's a strong safety. He got 3 interceptions last year, but he's only 24. Chuck Clark, they re-signed, who was out all last season with an ACL tear.
When is he not injured? Or shitting his pants.
Before he was talking a bunch of shit to the Ravens.
Right?
They did lose Jordan Whitehead, who had the most interceptions for them last year with 4. Bryce Huff, they also lose, who had the most sacks on their team last year with 10. But my thing with the Jets is, or their defense, should I say, is I don't know if it's necessarily, where they ranked or, what they allowed last season, but it's the different situations and scenarios they're going to be in this year with Aaron Rodgers and that offense compared to the situations they had to play in last season.
Where they're playing a good 40 minutes on defense.
There's going to be a lot. Yeah. They're probably going to be playing with a lot less fatigue. They might be playing with a lot more leads. They might be.
Yeah, they were fighting for those. Surprisingly, they won 7 games.
Yeah. So, it's like I could only expect more from both sides of the ball.
Exactly.
Like there's really nothing. I mean, I think this.
Plus the added pieces.
This offense, Aaron Rodgers healthy, takes a huge load off that defense.
Yeah.
So,
load off.
I think we'll definitely talk about the Jets a lot more before this season starts, just like we did last year.
Well, I mean, I don't think we'll talk about them as much as we did last year. Only because last year we were looking at it was like a completely different world. Like the Jets before were just.
Yeah, but you got to think we were just coming off of Tom Brady left and then won a Super Bowl immediately. It's like, what is Aaron Rodgers going to do? He tears his ACL or his Achilles in the first game.
In the first drive.
First drive, dude. That is fucked up. That I don't know. And that's I don't know. Let's move on. Let's talk about something else.
That was the worst day of my year.
Last year?
Yeah.
I
probably had worse ones. But
I had worse ones.
The only ones that matter are the ones that.
Like my granny died last year. I had a couple seizures last year.
Yeah.
And this isn't a pity party. This is more of honestly, and then I think it's Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. I think that might be third. That might be the third one. Honestly, it's like.
And then I pooped myself another day.
And that's the thing. You might be a little more used to it, but the fact that meant so much to you, I can't tell if you're just so used to shitting yourself or if Aaron Rodgers doing what he did affected you that much.
I had a good run of not doing it. And then you're like, I'm good. I'm just going to push every fart out now. And then you push one out. Jackson Pollock.
I'm sorry that you have to deal with that.
I look at it as a pretty cool thing.
It's definitely not cool when when we talk about inconveniences in life.
Yeah.
Having to just, get up and have to like be forced to take just an uncalled for shower
Yeah.
because you just shit yourself kind of
Who
seems
said I
like,
shower?
oh boy, dude, you're a shart and not shower after.
Depends. No, well, I don't know.
The
Maybe like
fuck do you
it.
mean it
All
depends?
right, it depends if it like it. Now, if I splash the back, then yeah, I'm taking a shower. It'll be a quick shower.
The back.
No, if I'm splashing the behind me, if I'm splashing the underpants, sure. If I'm just slipping out, shit's like, and I'm caught in between, maybe I can wipe it out. Is this bad? This is bad.
Dude, I might like you made me rethink every
Is this
podcast
bad?
we ever recorded when you
Is this
just
bad?
said that. Um,
Damn.
oh
I
God,
have talked about no.
Christ. Um, wow. No,
Well,
yeah, you should probably just hit the shower every time, just in case.
what if I'm busy? Well, there. I mean, I've split my pants at work. I've nearly shit myself at work. If I did shit myself at work, I don't know if I would like power through and just keep working, or if I would just be like, oh, I kind of gotta go home for a little bit. I split my pants at work one time. I was like, I'm just gonna buy a new pair of pants,
You mean
and
like
then
split is like you just ripped them like squatting down or something?
I went to go sit
Okay,
down,
okay.
like the heavens opened.
Wow. All right. Well, if you guys enjoy Devin's shit talk, make sure you join his OnlyFans, and you can see and hear a lot more.
Do you think I can make an OnlyFans where I just talk? I don't want to show anything. I don't think they need pictures of
I don't
that.
know. Like, it would be really funny if there was like a Lego review on Pornhub, like, like some guy that just talks about the most random things on OnlyFans. That would be funny.
Yeah,
Like that. But then it's also like, I don't know. You sound like a liar trying to explain that that's the OnlyFans you're subscribed to. If you had to explain that you had an OnlyFans subscription,
yeah. You're like, yeah, I do OnlyFans.
it's like, yeah, no,
Right.
it's a magician. It's like, yeah, okay. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
okay.
pull fucking balloon animals out of my pussy hole.
Um, is this a sports podcast?
Nah.
I thought, damn, I thought this was a sports podcast, but let's try it. So, conversation back again about potentially banning the hip drop tackle.
Jesus Christ.
We talked about this, and I feel like, I mean, I feel like I can vouch for it in a way where it's like this was brought up a lot when Mark Andrews went out.
Yeah.
As a Ravens fan, it's like it definitely sucked missing out on Mark Andrews for a lot of the season,
hmm
but not one
But
time.
it didn't. I mean, from what I saw, it didn't truly affect the team. Likely stepped up
Well,
big time. You
yeah,
guys didn't lose the last 7 weeks until the last game of the season.
yeah, but see, but I don't. I mean, I don't think the outcome of our season would have changed how I felt about the rule. I'm saying more like there was not one time when, like, after that where I was like, man, that was a dirty hit on Mark Andrews.
Uh-uh.
That was. It's like how, like, if like
It's
you're
unfortunate.
whether you're chasing somebody down or somebody's just way bigger than you, how the fuck else you gonna tackle them? You wrap them
That's
up. And, I mean,
odd.
it's like if you happen to fall on their legs or they drop. It's like, okay, it's football.
Yeah.
Like I know we say this and we're a broken record, but it needs to just be accepted that certain things can cause injuries, and it's okay.
Like walking,
Like, it's okay.
4-step drop.
Like, Aaron Rodgers can drop back and tear his Achilles. Mark Andrews can be in open field and tear his ACL,
Tackle.
or he
There's
can
this.
get his leg broken from a routine tackle. We're talking
Yeah.
routine things.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why a tush push isn't going to be banned, because why? I mean, you're not going to ban
It's a
a
football play.
a type of QB sneak.
You're not going to ban a fucking power because your running back got a concussion one time.
Yeah, it's like we're banning draws. We're banning
Yeah.
halfback draws. Like
Done.
or screens. Like it's just
Yeah, because Reggie Bush got blown up. We're gonna ban a
it's
fucking.
It's like running backs can't run to the flats anymore because Reggie Bush almost
They have
died.
to run fucking straight behind the quarterback, and the quarterback goes like this, run.
But it's are we hypocritical though? Because I do
Probably.
understand. I do understand, like the NFL going like, "Yo, we should really protect like these quarterbacks' legs."
Yeah.
Like Theismann or like Tom Brady when he tore his shit, and they or Carson Palmer, and then they, the rule, and then the
Yes.
hitting below the legs. It's like I
Yes.
kind of get that, but at the same time,
Paul Theismann's though kind of like a hip drop.
see, but at the same time though, like I said, I kind of feel like there should be no limits to while the quarterback has the ball in his hands where you hit him.
Maybe if he's in the pocket, sure. Once you're outside the pocket.
But why? Because if you do the
Because
same thing,
they pay them $50 million a year.
but like why does it matter if they're in the pocket? Why do you have to protect their legs while they're in the pocket? Like, I don't.
They're fucking. They get paid so much money. I get protecting quarterbacks, protecting everybody else. Fuck them, but like these guys are the faces of the league,
bro. But
they kind of need to be a little bit. Once you leave a pocket, fucking fuck your ankles. But I don't know.
But like you said, it's like, yeah, they're paid a lot of money, and the Ravens are very well aware of the likelihood of somebody tackling Lamar from the waist down
Anywhere,
and how allowed they are to once he leaves the pocket.
yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm coming around to it and saying we need to just say fuck it to a lot of shit.
I completely agree.
Like the whole look at it as a combat sport thing is like nailed to the wall, but now it's like certain rules. Like I
But here's
think
my. That's like the NFL makes so much more money now because of like sports betting and all this stuff. It's like they don't. I'm not sure they really care about what the fans think. The NFL is still massive. It will still forever be huge.
I think there's nothing that an NFL player can do on the field in today's game, no matter like, how physical we want it to be, that could be worse than what a lot of them do off the field.
A lot of them.
And that's not a joke. Like you kind
A
of
lot of
looked
them
at me like I had a punchline after, but it's like I don't
well, no, a lot of them are like some.
I don't have a joke because in the NFL there are a lot of people who make a shit ton of money and are faces of the NFL and are pieces of shit. So I really don't know
Ooh,
why it would matter if there are people that beat up women and then can also be like one of the most popular guys in the NFL.
yeah,
And you're worried about a quarterback's fucking knee and how protected it is, or a hip drop tackle, or a tush push.
yeah,
Maybe shot. Maybe here you want to give some credit where I've never gave credit. Maybe pull a Golden State and send some of these motherfuckers to some rehabilitation centers for their heads, because
yeah.
I really don't think
They don't do that.
like
They don't do that.
like let's stop playing this game where the NFL wants to protect their players but could care less about what they're doing off the fucking field.
I mean, they care.
No, they don't. They don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck
They
what's
don't.
going on, bro. The last 3 months, I've seen something new about Tyreek Hill every week.
Yeah.
You know what else I've seen? Him.
Well, all he did was
Backflip. Oh my God! Look at Tyreek Hill at the Pro Bowl. He's so cool. Oh, look at him running routes against the French corners in the International Pro Day. He's so
yeah,
good at running routes. He's a piece of shit,
yeah.
and he's just gonna keep getting glorified.
He pushed what do they call him? plus size model.
No, there was something new.
Another thing?
Something else where oh god, he did something. Fuck, he
Punch another old guy?
he threw something at somebody or look it up, look it up, look it
What,
up,
his kid?
look it up, look the shit up, look the shit up. When I hate to shit on somebody, but when I see something every week about oh he abused someone new or someone else again, it's like what are we
They take it off the internet, dude.
what are we doing? I don't know. It was basically something I can't remember. I here for example, it could have been something else, but it's like,
The cops were called to his house.
look, I don't even care. I'm not going to spend any more time talking about Tyreek Hill on this podcast, at least for this episode, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah. We'll just wait until the next fucking thing comes out about him.
Hip drop ban should not be, or the hip drop tackle should not be banned.
No.
The NFLPA is against it. They think it shouldn't be banned either.
Yeah, because everyone does it.
So I mean, yeah, let's.
But I don't even know how you would enforce flag, illegal hip drop tackle every fucking play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every open field play.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, then you better at this point call every hold. Every
Yeah.
hold you see, you better
We
call.
can't review plays. We can't review a pass interference. But hey,
But if you tackle
hip drop.
them, yeah, if it's and that's the thing. It's like I don't know. It's like, yeah, are we gonna review tackles now to make sure they were safe? Like,
Yeah, no.
or not? And I know we review like head to head and shit, but like,
They should review fucking. They should start focusing on reviewing
like
roughing passer before they review anything else.
a lot of shit. We're pass interference. Every pass interference should be reviewed upstairs.
Well, they did it and then they stopped because no pass interferences were like egregious enough to, or like not egregious enough to like review.
Well, the non ones. I think it was less
Not
like okay. Well, think about it though. There's probably more pass interferences that should have been called than pass interferences should have been reversed
yes,
throughout every year.
that is true, but you can't review a non-call.
Exactly. You can't
You have to call it.
challenge and you can't challenge a non-call. You know, like you can't.
And be like, hey, you should have thrown a flag there.
Yeah. So I don't know. All right.
Can you? Maybe there's some. I don't know.
No. I don't think so. But Houston, they leaked new alternate uniforms. Have you seen them?
No, I don't go on the internet much.
So I'm not gonna lie, they're nothing fancy. They look like a mix of like Atlanta's and like maybe like a hint of like Chicago or something. But it's honestly just or like Arizona. Like they're white.
I hate that.
Are you looking at them now?
No, but just from what you
Just
said.
pull them up. They're like white on black, white on blue.
White on whatever black or blue that you, dude.
You know, it's kind of like the same.
Dude, no, these look like fucking. These look like high school unis.
See, I don't want to say that about every new uniform.
Terrible.
Like they look better than a lot of uniforms, but it's also like that. See, this is what we were talking about earlier. You're like they look terrible. It's like, bro, they look okay.
Yeah,
They're not amazing, but it's like they're cool.
So much shit you can do with Texans uni.
I kind of like the way Houston is going with their uniforms, like with their dark blue shit and everything. Like,
yeah,
they are getting they're getting fancier and fancier. But this wasn't the next move.
These unis, they look like, I don't know, like a high school like combine, like just a shitty jersey you throw on.
Yeah, maybe.
Like they look great.
Well, okay, here. Since we're talking about uniforms, then I have a couple teams that I want to ask you and bring up, and if they need new uniforms. Also, while I was looking through these teams, I thought not only do they need new uniforms, but a lot of these teams we should question: do they need to go back to certain uniforms?
Yeah,
certain eras, certain times. So first things first. The number one team that I've always said needs to go back to their original logo, original uniforms ever since it has changed, and I will always say it until it happens.
Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins, new dolphin.
I know it.
They changed the teal and they changed the dolphin, and it looks terrible. I thought it from the jump.
The
I've
Dolphins
never,
don't have a helmet anymore.
bro. The whole thing was the aesthetic of the dolphin. He's got the helmet. It was tough. Like
Yeah,
it looked
squish the
cool.
fish.
And now that's the reason I had to throw in like teams that need to go back because that is 100% a team that needs to
Yeah,
go back to new uniforms or go
yeah,
back to their old uniforms.
they're old uniforms. Yeah, when that teal was like greenish.
And then and now they're looking at there might be more teams that I think need to go back, but Atlanta.
Washington.
We'll talk about Washington in a minute because I got something else for Washington. But
Uh,
Atlanta,
yeah, no, their older unis were like the Vic unis were sick.
okay, like when I think of Atlanta uniforms, I think of Michael Vick in that black or red, and it's just
I'm thinking
or
of
even the
Vic.
white, just that era of Vick in that Atlanta Falcons uniform. That is the that might be one of the greatest jerseys of all time. And the
Yeah,
fact that they even the uniforms after that aren't bad, but these
no,
when we talk about high school uniforms, like these look like
these
fucking
aren't the one ATL
the big
so
yeah.
bad.
They look Photoshop like
Yeah.
it looks bad. Um,
But then you go on the internet and like they have all those like I don't know what they call them, but we're just regular people design
yeah,
unis.
I mean just like mock
Yeah,
uniforms. Yeah,
they look $6 million. Like
dude,
just hire those
there
fucking
are
guys.
so many just
They're so
people
nice.
on the internet like
That
that.
spend their entire life like
Yeah,
writing
and it just
code,
they look
making
amazing.
new uniforms.
It's
They
like
look
I don't
awesome.
know who's coming up with the new uniforms in the NFL. Are they like just a bunch of old dudes? Like what is
Yeah,
like I
fucking
don't.
what's his Arthur Blank,
Yeah, like
fucking
yeah,
old guy.
he had his.
Looks nice.
These look amazing.
Looks great.
But Washington. So look, we know they can't go back,
Now we can go back.
but I will say,
We can go back.
no, listen. I'll say this though. Washington, when all that went down, they could have switched it up completely because now they look like a team that wanted to put the Redskins in a movie but didn't have the rights to the Redskins, but they still wanted like their colors and their like theme. Like, okay, think about like
About
Batman.
the replacements?
No. Think about like Batman, right? It's like
Yeah.
we all knew they were at the Steelers stadium and it was the Steelers, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah. You know what I did some research on how that was filmed. It was the middle of like fucking July, and they paid these people in like sandwiches,
That is hilarious.
and they all came out and they sat there and they had to wear like winter coats because it was filmed. It was supposed to be filmed
Oh
in the.
yeah.
So they're all sitting there pissed.
Wow.
Like they filled up like a corner of the stadium. The rest of it was like photoshopped in, but they're just sitting there so pissed, and they had to like stop filming. And they filmed for like 5 minutes. They filmed that
Wow.
the scene took 5 minutes.
That is great. That is hilarious. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's if it was Washington, it'd be the Commanders.
Have you seen the replacements?
Um,
Keanu Reeves
I've
movie.
never seen the full thing.
That's a movie you should
Like I
watch.
couldn't talk to you about. Like I can't talk to you about like I know it.
Yeah, you need. Yeah, watch the. It's a football. It's a great movie.
I'm like that
But
with a lot of movies.
they were supposed to film that movie in DC.
Mm.
They couldn't get the right or in Landover. They couldn't get the FedEx Field to do it. They filmed it in Baltimore.
So there you go, the Commanders.
But they kept saying it was DC.
So it's like that's the Commanders. They didn't have to keep the colors. They didn't have to keep the thing at all. They could have
No,
completely switched it up.
we exactly.
Y'all could have changed it up, new colors, new logo, new theme, new everything. But
I know
y'all just tried to stay as
because
similar as
it
possible.
has nothing to do with anything outside of anything Native American.
Well, because you got to think about it. I guess the idea is like, well, fans still can wear the colors and they can do this, but it's like it doesn't matter because it's not. It would
It's
be
not,
like,
but I mean, we are the burgundy and gold.
I mean, it would be like if I don't know, like it'd be like if the Colts came back to Baltimore and used the Ravens uniforms, logo and everything, but blue and white.
Blue and white.
It's like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna come in my Colts jersey. It's gonna look
No.
stupid. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It just I don't I that the idea behind keeping the colors is kind of pointless.
Yeah, I know. I wish we would have done something way cooler. We didn't. We still suck. Honestly, I'm kind of more concerned about how bad we are.
Yeah,
rather than,
yeah, because y'all
I'm
still haven't done anything.
dude. Did you see what Mel Kiper said? We're gonna get Jaden Daniels.
Are you on board for that?
I would rather Jaden than Drake May.
You sure you
Also,
don't want Marcus Mariota?
I play.
You said what?
I've never seen either of them play football. Maybe I've seen Jaden Daniels throw a pass
That
or
is
something.
really funny. I mean, I don't know. It's just sad that y'all had all this cap space and y'all have not done a damn thing.
We haven't gotten anybody. Well, also we don't know who our quarterback is. We don't know a lot of things. We're looking at like another 50, 60, maybe 70 years until we win another title. So we're
All
planning
right.
for the future.
What about New England,
Unis, go back to the old ones.
dude?
The new ones stink.
And when I say old ones, I mean the blue on gray. I'm honestly
Tom,
not a huge fan of those old fucking with the shoulders or the Patriots on the shoulders.
no,
I
no,
hate
no.
those. But if they went back,
Whoa, like the logo on the shoulders?
no, like it went like remember they came like down like
Oh no.
they were if you need to look them up, you can look them up, but they are disgusting. But yeah, if they went back to blue on the gray, that was one of the cleanest looks uh in the league.
But yeah,
Um
they still. I don't like their blues are always great, but the white unis I think suck. But yeah, again, the grays are way better. The three lines or whatever on the
mm-mm.
shoulder I don't like.
The new unis, see, it's just I don't know, like I don't know. I cannot stand it for some reason, like
Is it nostalgia?
it's I don't know if it's nostalgia, it's just
Because
what looks
I
better.
guarantee you, kids are gonna be looking at these being like, "Damn,
But
what nice."
it's what looks better. Like there's a
I-
reason why a lot of these teams have had the same exact uniform since they started. Like the Steelers are
The
never going to
Oakland,
change. Huh?
the Oakland Raiders,
Okay. I wrote Vegas down.
are their unis different?
Their
Kind of.
uniforms, well I said teams that this is really teams that need new uniforms.
Yeah,
So no, their uniforms are completely the same. But
yeah,
the same in the same vein, it's like, right, if you leave the city, switch it up. I
fair.
mean, why not? You might as well switch it up. You got a new
But
city.
no, they are still the Raiders, though. They're still the same. They're under the same ownership. It's
I
the
mean,
same team.
right, you can keep the colors. Switch the unis up a little bit. It's so
Yeah.
basic anyways. Why not add a little flair to it? Y'all built an amazing fucking stadium, but y'all didn't make any changes to it, the uniform. I mean, I don't know. You could have done something. Um, the
What they
Chargers.
do is,
I need the Chargers to go back to permanent baby blue with the numbers on the helmets.
yeah,
That is a top three
cool.
uniform of all time. Uh,
You know what would be sick
what?
for one game or for however many? They just painted part of the new Vegas stadium, of the new Vegas field,
Like
the colors of the baseball field.
you just want it to look like they still share it with
So
the
it
baseball
looks like
stadium. Um, See, I like that. Like, I
it's
like
still
the.
all grass, but there's just brown turf.
See, that's the thing. I like the aesthetic of that. But
Yeah,
when you think about it now, like players bitch about the turf they play on.
it's, I know
Like,
they're gonna be
imagine if there was still a team that you had to play when you had to play them. Half of the field is just hard ass dirt,
just rock.
like just the
Yeah,
hardest dirt in the world. Like I
yeah.
think of like what's his name? Just uh, fuck. Was it who picked up? Was it Burfict that just picks somebody up and just slams them on
Oh
the
yeah,
dirt? It's just
on
like,
the dirt. Yeah,
oh my
but when
god.
you think about it, like they only had to play on the dirt field for a month, like a few games of a year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, did
Because baseball ends in early October.
they
If
took it
the
out
eight,
completely when the season was over?
yeah,
Did they?
I think so.
I don't.
Because they didn't need the baseball field anymore.
But how do you take that? I mean, not to. I don't want to sound. I mean, maybe I'm a little naive, but how would you take that out?
I think they just changed it out because before they had to share it and they didn't want to fully switch it every time.
It,
They didn't have the technology they got where they can just switch
but
fields.
it's grass.
Yeah,
So
but
how do you? They didn't put. How do you take out the dirt and put grass in?
they just put new sod down.
And it.
They just tear everything up, put new side down.
I don't know. I feel like I want to figure that out. I want to figure that out. I don't
I
know if
don't.
I don't think they took out the
I don't
dirt.
think they played it for a full season.
I think they did.
Maybe I'm dumb.
I could be wrong. I could be dumb. I could be the wrong one. But yeah,
Maybe we're.
that's all the teams I really got that when it comes down to uniforms and whatnot. But
But yeah, no, I don't like they think that like there's like a modern uniform. Just go back to the way the shit was. It's
yeah,
better.
yeah. Let's do what everybody else is doing, Devin. Let's overreact to a Stefon Diggs tweet.
I
Dude,
don't care.
Stefon Diggs tweeted a heart. He tweeted a heart, and
Like,
everybody was like, "Here it goes." Like, there's receivers that are begging to. There's Justin Jefferson who is screwed in Minnesota. You got what's
yeah,
his name in Cincinnati going like, "Please trade me." You got Brandon Ayuk getting shipped or getting shopped around.
yeah.
Stefon Diggs tweets a heart. The world went mad. It was like,
Dude.
"Holy shit, Stefon Diggs."
Well, the Steelers are getting somebody, whether it
I think
be
it's gonna be Ayuk.
Ayuk or Diggs or whatever. But I think we've come to a point now where it's like this isn't Diggs' team.
Well, my thing is, we're at the point where Buffalo is they either just get his emotional ass and they understand he's going to be emotional, he's going to
Yeah,
complain, he's going to bitch, and it's like no matter what the outside noise is, like, oh, is he getting traded? Buffalo's like, he's just emotional, it's okay.
yeah.
Or they'll get fed up at some point.
I think they're kind of fed up.
So I don't think they are. I think they don't care. To be honest with you,
Which is kind of fed up. Yeah,
no.
they're not
What
praying
I
for
mean
him
by
to.
fed up is getting rid of him.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we see him complain and yelling at Josh Allen, acting a fool, tweeting a heart, like it's like shit like that, and then it sparks
Anything.
it sparks the conversations.
Like, is he coming to Baltimore?
Or when his brother tweeted like time to get him out of there, like these things happen, and I
But
genuinely,
when that happened, Stefan was like, "Shut the fuck up." He's sitting at home. He's probably drunk right now.
which is another reason why I think the Bills are like they don't care.
No,
Let's say
exactly.
they are fed up. Let's say
Yeah.
he does have to leave. The first scenario everybody was talking about is like, oh, he could come home. I don't think John Harbaugh is dealing with that shit.
Come home to Washington, dude.
And nor do I think he wants to spend the rest of his prime in a rebuild in
He's from
Washington.
he's from the Gate, man.
Listen, he's not spending he's 30 years old. He's not spending the rest of his prime in a rebuilding Washington.
No,
And the
what
Ravens,
he's gonna think that he's going to a team that is good. They're not gonna be good, and the rest of his career will kind of be shit.
the Ravens aren't putting up with that shit.
No,
You could look at a team like the Chargers and say, that'd be a great piece for Justin Herbert. But like I
but
just
also
said,
they got nothing else.
but,
That would be a waste.
but also like I just said, I don't think Harbs is dealing with that shit.
No.
I just don't. Saying it's like, bro, it's my first year back in the league. I'm not dealing with your whining ass. I'm not.
I deal with
Like,
Kaepernick.
bro got rid of Austin Eckler in the first week. he was running shit. He was like, "Oh, you want to form an organization to get y'all more money?
Yeah. You didn't think I heard about that
Go
shit?
do it on the like." He got him as
Go do it
far
3
away as possible. He's like,
way.
please go to the other side of this country and
I need you to
play."
go that way.
Pittsburgh, I saw. But you know why I don't think Pittsburgh? I'm going to tell you why I don't think Pittsburgh. And it's very simple. I feel like Stefon Diggs makes fun of Russell Wilson too.
Of course.
You know, like I feel like he's definitely has liked
That's definitely a downgrade going from Josh Allen to
and
old Russell Wilson.
and for some reason a lot of people are bringing this team up, and there's literally one reason why, and I don't think it's ever going to be a reason why Stefon Diggs joins a team. And that's Dallas to play with his brother.
No.
He's not going to Dallas. And it's because, like you just said, it'd be a downgrade. It would be a downgrade.
People still think Dak is good though. I never agreed with it, but
Dak ain't good. Dak ain't good. Dak's not bad, but Dak ain't amazing. He's not. Oh my god. His best season was his rookie year, and that's
with,
still a fact.
and that was Zeke a rookie that year? Or no, that was the year after.
I don't even remember. They might have been both in rookies. I don't know, but either way, he's 30 years old. He is
I
not.
think Dak sat for a year, so maybe it was 16. Both their starting years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Either way, there's not many better quarterbacks that Josh or that Stefon Diggs could finish his prime out with. You know?
No, I don't get it. Like, I know, yeah, you're probably not going to win a fucking Super Bowl, but you're also not going to win one with the Cowboys. So, I mean, maybe just stay as wide receiver one. And Gabe Davis is gone though.
Yeah, I believe Gabe Davis. Did he sign with Jacksonville?
He went
I
somewhere.
believe he's a
Maybe
Jaguar. I think Jacksonville went and scooped up like every like 73
bit
overall receiver. Huh?
every little bit and piece.
Did you see where he went?
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Okay.
He's only 24.
But yeah, no, I think Stefon Diggs, at least for now, he's gonna be a Bill. He's gonna be a Bill next season. He will be a Bill. He's not getting he's not going anywhere.
But I really don't see a team who's like itching to get Stefon Diggs.
That is also true. That is also true. But
Good, he's fucking great. But I don't know. It's a lot.
I guess you know what we can talk about?
Mariah Carey.
The only semi important free agents that are still available. Some are important, some are, I will say, but some of them are like you kind of know why they're free agents.
Nick Mangold.
Justin Simmons, safety
Yes.
from Denver, someone that I thought Baltimore would be looking at, and
Thought they'd scoop him up
I
quick.
think they might potentially still be looking at him. But someone like Simmons is definitely probably exploring all of his options because there's probably a lot of teams that want him.
Yeah.
And then another person like Clowney. Clowney arguably had his best season with the Ravens
That's
last season.
9 sacks.
And I saw that he was visiting
Great
some
for
teams.
first.
Now, I heard that Clowney is just waiting because he doesn't feel like going through a training camp,
Probably.
which is kind of funny, but also like, sad because it's like, I mean, bro, like if you're going to come off your best year, maybe put in some reps in the offseason and then,
Maybe stop hanging out with James Harden.
that too. You got like David Bakhtiari. He's a free agent. I heard a lot of
Yeah.
people talking about him going and
Yeah.
teaming up with A-Rod, but then they made
Do you
that.
think Bakhtiari gets like Taylor Lewan,
In what way?
where he gets released and just no one ever wants him again?
No, I think teams would be interested in him. I thought he was. I mean, I was like, oh, he's gonna go play with Aaron, but
I
then
thought. Yeah, I thought.
they picked up
Wait,
Tyron, so it's like, they could. I mean, they could still obviously make that move, but I don't know. I don't know if they are going to.
Bakhtiari, fucking
Morgan, they are, and they got
your
Moses.
boy, both of your boys. No,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
Johnny?
Yeah, I don't
something.
know. I don't. Johnny.
What's his name?
Who? Which one?
You said they picked up one of your guys.
Oh well, no, yeah, no. They took John Simpson and Morgan Moses
John.
from us.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know if they're making and they're not picking up Bakhtiari.
Mm.
They don't need him.
They picked up Moody.
Huh? Morgan Moses.
Oh.
Morgan Moses.
I was doing my best Perk impersonation.
I didn't catch it. But the last Raven,
Moody.
the last free agent that I would like the Ravens to look at, Eagles linebacker Zach Cunningham.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind that pickup. I would like it. Any decent to great linebacker it's going to be available. I would love to have them come onto the Ravens because we're going to be able to get the best out of them.
You guys can get someone decent.
Yeah.
And run with it.
I mean,
I'm assuming at this point, PQ's decent. He ain't no great yet.
I don't know if
He's good.
I mean, I will tell you one thing about PQ is it's funny because he had his press conference and he's like, man, like I'm ready to be the villain. Like I like it, like yada yada. And then like a couple hours later, he's on Twitter, like, you guys it's just football. Like you guys are taking this so serious. And
Get out of here, dude.
It's like
Dude. He's gonna get Like, you know when Juju laid the wood?
Yeah,
He's getting one of those next year. Hard.
I don't know. I don't
No,
know. I
he's
mean, I don't know if people.
no,
I don't think people are after him. I think he's kind of realizing, like, oh, I don't want to be the villain. I don't like being disliked. This isn't fun.
he's gonna get one.
He could. He could. He
No
could.
one's ever done this.
Done what?
Moved in their prime between these teams.
Yeah, I mean,
No one's ever moved from Steeler to Raven in their prime,
yeah, yeah,
or vice versa.
yeah. J.K. Dobbins, still a free agent.
Still a free agent.
He's not
He
gonna.
hasn't played in fucking 3 years.
He's not gonna be a Raven.
No,
I mean, bro could go be like a Giant. Bro can
maybe
Dallas. Oh,
Dallas.
Dallas.
One, yeah,
J.K.'s going to
yeah,
Dallas, isn't he?
yeah.
J.K. Dobbins is going to Dallas.
That's a great pickup.
I think J.K. might go to Dallas. Okay, okay,
I mean,
okay.
Pollard's gone. I don't even know where he went.
Tennessee,
Yep.
Tennessee.
And they're gonna go have their little crack shit of a fucking
Her 4 and
weird
13 season.
down there with fucking formerly good players and rookies.
You know what's funny though? We talk about quarterbacks. We talk about teams that still need a quarterback, and we have no clue. Like we're watching Marcus Mariota get picked up, Sam Darnold. You know who's a free agent? Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. Is he good?
And I
Fuck
will
that.
say this. Bro definitely deserves to have a spot on the roster.
No. No, he
Yes.
doesn't.
Yes, he
No.
does.
For
Bro,
what?
to be a second or third string quarterback.
Yes.
What do
That's
you
fair.
mean?
Start.
I said a spot on a
Okay.
roster.
Yes.
Like he doesn't have to, but I mean the way that I
I
mean,
guarantee you his agent is talking to teams like, hey, you guys saw what we did in Tennessee.
yeah, but it's like
My guy needs to start.
I personally would start him over Sam Darnold.
I know, but at least Sam Darnold has a tiny bit of potential.
Yeah, but you know who has like way more experience and it's like won some playoff games.
And who also has thrown 4 picks in a playoff game?
Okay, but also hasn't had a receiver as good as Justin Jefferson ever in his career.
True.
Unless you think D Hop last year was better, but
Tannehill barely played with D-Hop. And when he did, he didn't even throw it to him.
exactly that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, it's like that tiny stint would be nothing
Yeah.
to a full season with Justin fucking Jefferson.
I know. But Tannehill, his run of whatever the fuck type of quarterback he was needs to be over. Like, a guy like Jay Cutler gets out of the league quick, but fucking Tanny Nuts can run around and be a fucking decent quarterback. Fuck that.
I don't know. I think he's gonna be on a roster next year.
Go play for the Sea Dragons with the Nooch. Fuck out of here. Actually, you know what? I would like to see him on my team. The DC whatchamacallit?
Commander or wait, no, Defenders.
Defenders. Yeah.
Defenders and Commanders. That is so you have the most basic like names. DC had all DC teams. They're like the most basic
Dude,
things ever.
if we don't win 6 games this year, I'm only a Defenders fan.
It's Commanders, Defenders. Oh, here's the most creative one. The Capitals.
The Nationals.
And the Nationals. Wow. The Capitals.
And the DC United.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a fan of two DC teams if you include the Defenders. I hate the Capitals. I fucking can't stand hockey. I hate the Nationals. And no one fucking watches soccer. Get the fuck out of here.
You're not a Defenders fan.
I'm a fan of the Beer Snake.
Yeah, but you are not.
I would game.
You are not a defender. Yeah, I would. Yes, I would 100%.
I'm going to become a defender. Again, if we win less than 6 games, I'm a Defenders fan.
Okay, I understand.
I'm only watching Rock-sponsored sports.
And then, I mean, like, Michael Thomas is a free agent.
He could. I hope he never touches a football field ever again. I can't stand that fucking guy. What do you do? Throw a rock at someone's car? He hasn't played well since his best season.
He said it was going to be, remember, it was a brick or a bullet.
A rock or a bullet, yes.
Oh, a brick or a bullet.
A brick or a bullet.
He uses,
what is that called? Alliteration. He's an illiterate.
Yeah, brick or a bullet. Is he illiterate?
It could be.
I
I
mean,
don't
a
know.
brick or a bullet. It sounds like. I mean,
He doesn't sound illiterate to me,
sounds
but
sounds good to me.
but alliteration is when you use the word multiple words, same letter. Try to.
Oh, I was thinking of like.
Well, no. So I said that he uses alliteration, and then I called him an
Okay,
illiterate.
okay. All right. All right. So something. So let's change the topic up. We talked free agents and uniforms that suck and Stefon Diggs bitching and the Jets. I saw something recently that at first I thought was a pretty cut and dry, like open and closed case.
Yeah.
And then I like heard about some things that I kind of remembered, hearing about, but I'm not look, not the I'm personally I'm not the biggest Kobe Bryant fan. I don't know everything about the history of Kobe Bryant and his and what happened throughout his off court career, what happened in his career off the court or his
Yeah.
life off the court. But I will say, when I saw a post that Kobe Bryant's parents sold his finals ring from the first championship. Now, that was the headline. It was they sell Kobe's ring. That was it.
See, I saw that someone was selling his ring.
So when I immediately, the first thing I see and process is Kobe Bryant's parents sell his ring.
Yeah.
Personally, I was like, this is without any knowledge of what I'm about to explain. I'm like, it's like who's to tell them what they can do with that?
Sure.
But then I didn't have to do much digging to figure out or find out that Kobe Bryant and his parents did not have the best relationship.
Yeah.
And like a big thing was like they did not approve of his marriage with Vanessa. Apparently his mom did not go to his wedding. There was a point where they weren't even on speaking terms. So
Yeesh.
then it comes out that, okay, maybe this is a little more grimy than you thought at first. But then I started to think, okay, that's I started leaning towards like, all right, maybe I'm against them for selling it. But
Yeah.
then I read that the ring was actually a ring that Kobe Bryant ordered. It was a,
For his
it
father.
was a copy of his ring for his dad as a gift.
It says the ring was 14K gold, 40 diamonds in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was an exact replica that he bought for his dad.
So
Yeah.
I know selling a gift is it's a dickhead thing to do.
But like, why? Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah.
but Devin, once like something is yours, like especially if it was gifted to you,
Yeah.
like you can't really like let's look at it like
I
this.
can't blame him, but we're not going to be seeing anything nice about his parents
Let's look at it like
or
this.
father.
A regular person, just a regular person you pick off the street is struggling with their bills and they sell a random birthday gift they got and they made a lot of money off of it. Is he a bad person? Is he a piece of shit? I don't know. I don't really think so. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But then you got like Kobe Bryant's parents who apparently they didn't have the best relationship. So it's like, okay, it's kind of grimy, but it's also like at the end of the day, what can you really tell somebody's like at the end of the day, it's like whatever relationship they had or how how bad it was between them,
Yeah.
it's their kid,
Yeah.
it's their son. It's the
Yeah.
same way where if honestly, if now here's the thing. I don't have a full grasp on this thing because a lot of people are like, well, Kobe Kobe cut them off, and that's why they needed the money. But then other people are like, well, he didn't cut them off completely. He's still like they're like, they live in a nice house, blah blah blah. And it's like I don't know what there's a gray area in there
Yeah.
that I don't think we really deserved. We don't like nobody owes us
We'll
an
never.
explanation
No.
as to how good they or what he was giving them in terms of
And
money.
also, we're only going to get one side of the story from here on out. We're not going to. There's no way of getting Kobe's perspective on his fucking parents.
My thing is, I'm just not like to me. What all that to say is, I'm not really. I don't think I'm looking at Vanessa weird in any way for making money anyway off Kobe.
Which she's doing.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you, bro. It's I don't know. It's like if if somebody that you are married to, or it's your parent or your kid or whatever, and a part of their life was, or one of their goals in life was to support you. So let's look at like the Vanessa thing more, because I brought that up. If his goal was to support that person and want that person to never have to worry, never have to stress,
Yeah.
why
Fuck the.
why all of a sudden do you think if he were to be gone that he wouldn't still wish the same things for
Yeah.
her?
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was wishing for his parents, or what he wanted, what he was giving them before
Well,
he.
if he was wishing bad on him, he probably would have taken that ring already.
And that's the thing. Obviously, yeah, it's like Kobe, like it's like, bro, like, and I don't know, didn't know Kobe Bryant, so I don't know what the fuck he is or what he was as a person, but I definitely don't see him as really caring about that. Like,
Huh.
it's like, okay, whatever. But like I said, he gone or alive, here or dead. If you got these goals and you got these aspirations in life,
Yeah.
they're not going to disappear if you die. Like, yeah, you'd still want your wife to live comfortably. You still want you like I don't know. I'm
But I mean, there's. Well, maybe they were getting money from Kobe, but they'll never get money from Vanessa.
Well, that's the thing, that apparently that was a big problem. They didn't like her. They didn't go to the wedding.
But,
I
yeah.
didn't know about this. I didn't know about this stuff. So I was
I I think I heard that before.
look. All I'm saying is, I just feel like it's none of our business, and it
No.
doesn't matter to us.
No.
But if people are gonna keep putting out there on the internet, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, but like when you see that headline and like the reason they're putting it, like it's because people think that like, oh, he's selling his dead son's fucking ring just to make money. It's like maybe.
But at the same time, it's like if they need the money,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, we can sell this, and let's go extreme, go broke, like
Yeah.
like what do you? I don't know, bro.
Or I'll
Like
go get home.
like I said, if I give somebody a Lamborghini and they sell it, it's like, okay. I mean,
Nice.
I guess
It's the same thing.
like it's kind of the same thing. I know people, look, we might get some hate. We huh?
Like Mr. Beast.
Like, we might get hate for it because people love Kobe and everybody wants to stand for him and attack anybody that goes against him in any way. But
He's cool though. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, let's be real. It's honestly not as deep as people are making it.
I don't think it is. No.
So I mean, I don't know.
They're like, how could you do that? I'm like, well, it's like I don't know. I mean, he gave his dad the ring.
Yeah. So
Did
obviously,
he write and did he tell his dad what he wanted to do with the ring? We don't know.
hey,
I don't know.
don't sell this.
Don't you ever fucking
Hey,
sell it.
don't sell this in 25 years. Don't you fucking better
So,
not. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like, and like you said, we'll never get his side of the story again, or more
no,
side of his story. So
yeah.
we don't know. I think people should
There's
just.
not much to really.
I do think people need to just calm the fuck down, though. Like, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people saying like, man, someone needs to buy that back and give it back to like Vanessa. It's like, bro, it's not
He already
Kobe's.
had. They have it.
It's not Kobe's ring, bro. It's a
Same ring.
gift. It was
They
a
have that
gift.
ring.
Yeah,
That ring is in their
that's
house.
when it got me. When I saw that it wasn't even. Now I'm not gonna lie.
If it was the original,
If
that's different.
he gifts you his, but it's like,
His ring.
hey, I got you the same exact ring. It's like it's
Yeah.
mine. Like it's
Yeah.
like yeah. It's like you spent 25 years with it. You can
Yeah.
sell it.
Here's your insurance policy.
It's
Take it.
I don't know. It's like once again, hate to be a dick and simplify it, but if I gifted somebody a car 20 years ago, I won't be mad at them if they sell it 20 years later. Like I'm not gonna hold it
Unless
against you. Huh?
then I'll sue. Unless it's millions, then they get sued by me.
I'm not, I'm
Like
not
if
gonna
I
care.
gifted someone a Civic from like 1970, and then they sell it today for like $6 million. Guess what? The first Civic ever produced. It's like, fuck.
Nah, I don't. I, it's like maybe I would ask, but it's not. You don't have to give me anything.
No, no.
It's like if you were a
I'd be like,
really good person,
but you kind
if
of.
you were a really good person, you give me a cut. And if you were that bad of a person, I probably wouldn't have gifted you that car anyway.
You never know.
So
People change.
I don't know.
People change.
People do change. But the last thing I want to talk about before we get out of here, Devin, it is an MLB topic, so I hope you're locked and loaded. So there's a little scandal going on with the best player in the MLB
What?
and his interpreter.
Oh,
You know,
I don't know this. What
you
happened?
don't know what's going on. See, this is
I know.
see.
I know. Shohei speaks perfect English. I know that.
Is that sarcasm or
No, I swear to God. Like he speaks English well.
then why does he have an interpreter?
Just for help.
Like, is he more of an interpreter to him? Or you're saying
Okay.
like he's
It's both, but Shohei, like I've heard Shohei speak, and everyone, like the Dodgers players, are like, yeah, Shohei speaks great English. It's like,
so why do people make it seem like he doesn't?
I guess he's learned over the years. I don't know.
Either way, look, there is a scandal that supposedly his interpreter has been, I guess, funneling money from him, stealing money from him for gambling debt. Now that was the first thing, right?
Wait, this guy was fired?
Yeah, no. Shohei got rid of his ass. But do you know what theory people are coming up with, Devin?
What's that?
He's the fall
It
guy.
worked. Shohei has gambling debt. Dude, Shohei was like, he's always like this perfect person. He just got married. Like, people look at him as perfect because they don't know anything about him. He doesn't speak English.
Well, gambling's a
He's got
bro. Gambling, I knew it was like it's a bad.
clout.
I know it's a bad addiction, but it's like
It's a scary addiction.
like
You know who Phil Mickelson is, dude?
yeah, but it's like what is his addiction? What's his
We'll talk another time about this, but look it up. His gambling is
Bruno
horrendous.
Mars? It came out that he has like $50 million.
$50 million he owes to Vegas. I know.
He's gonna die before Vegas gives
Fuck
that
Bruno
money.
Mars.
But no, it's coming out that maybe Ohtani has gambling debt and is a lot more like Michael Jordan than people already assumed, and has a gambling problem.
Gonna go play basketball because he's being chased out of the MLB.
Oh, dude, the ultimate switch. He is the Michael Jordan of baseball.
The reverse
He
Michael
gets
Jordan.
quietly suspended for a year, and he
Yeah.
retires. He
Yeah.
goes in hoops, comes back a year later. But no, I don't know. So you didn't know about that?
No.
So do you? I mean, what do you think? Huh?
2 days ago.
Yeah, it's a couple
Surrounded
days ago.
with $4.5 million in wire transfers.
Which I think it's just surprising that. Well, because here's the thing. I guess. What do you think is making? Who do you think? Like, what do you think is driving that theory? Like, how could? Like, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe people are thinking Shohei's in on it because how does he not know? How do you not know you're missing money? You know,
Especially $5 million.
but if
Well, because he doesn't handle his
I
money.
was gonna say if he's not really looking at his,
He has cards. That's
if
probably it.
you're not looking at your bank account often,
He's got a money guy.
yeah. So it's like I
But
don't know.
I do want to. I don't want to read all of that now, but I'm surprised that I had no idea what was happening. But I do want to read into that and try to figure out, like, if there's a possibility that Shohei's actually the guy who's fucking
Well,
betting
I
hard.
mean, you got to think. I mean,
Now, is he betting on? Are they betting on MLB games?
that was another thing. It
This
was like,
is this the new Pete Rose.
what is he betting on?
Pete Rose was a baseball player. He leads the entire MLB in history of. He's got the most hits ever, but he'll never be in the Hall of Fame because he bet against his own team.
That is hilarious.
He bet that his
Um,
own.
but like, it's just crazy because like, and it's kind of shitty that it's not talked about as much. Like it sucks because if this was the NFL or the NBA,
This biggest scandal ever.
like if Rich Paul was funneling LeBron's money or something,
Ex-
it's like
yeah.
like
No, it's like LeBron's betting.
yeah, it'd be like holy shit. It's like that's why he didn't win not 6, not 7, not 8. That's why he only won 2 because he bet
Yeah.
against himself and all the other ones. Like it makes
You know what's weird though is like all these guys in the NFL get caught for betting or whatever. It's like guys were like using their phones inside of facilities to bet. It's like just call somebody, they'll place a bet. Like
okay, but let's be real. Don't you think that happens already?
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
That
not gonna lie to you.
you don't have to place bets yourself to make money.
When you're an NFL player and you're let's say you're because you know how they break it down. We are like we only really get this much a week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
say you're on the lower end
Yeah.
and you can really cash the fuck
Like that
out.
guy, Isaiah Rochelle, who's always on like fucking
Yeah,
on the internet, like, yeah, we get paid weekly
yeah.
or whatever. It's like,
You could really cash out if you just bet against your own team,
especially when you're on the Browns
and you'll make more money on that bet than you will the entire season.
week.
You don't
Yeah, the
think
entire season.
there's some players doing that?
I would hope so.
Like I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I think there's a lot more people than just Calvin Ridley on FanDuel or
Yeah,
DraftKings that are gambling. I think there are
exactly.
bookies.
But like how an NFL player gets caught is only if they do it by themselves. If they do it
Yeah.
under their own accounts,
And if you got a bookie like Ohtani, you just have a fall guy. There you go.
you're in turn.
He doesn't have to
Yeah,
worry
he's
about
got a fault.
anything. But with that being said, we talked Mike Williams going to the Jets, how good
Yep.
the Jets can or could be. Hip drop being banned, probably fucking not. I hope not.
Hope not. Yeah.
Stefon Diggs, pretty much telling the world he's leaving the Bills.
With a heart emoji.
With the heart emoji. Houston
It's
Texans.
like if someone like posted an eggplant. They're like, all right, well,
Well, it's
this
like
guy,
well,
this.
it's like Justin Fields unfollowed the Bears, and we were like, maybe.
No, once you do that, it's like you're done.
No, I mean, even me, I was like, well, because even Fields came out, I was like, it's nothing. But then like Stefon Diggs
Yeah.
tweets a heart, and it's like he's out. That is a fucking mic drop.
Well,
Bro is out of here.
I mean, that could be a good thing. Who knows? I don't know.
Houston Texans, new unis. What other teams could use some new unis? Free agents still available. I think it's time to get out of here. Is there anything
Yeah.
else you would like to say before we do get out of here?
Shohei better start taking a little bit more of that contract now. He deferred $68 million a year, so I mean that $2 million salary isn't going to cover your gambling debts,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, which kind of explains that might be a part
Dude,
of it.
all he had to do was just bet against the Angels every single fucking game.
Yeah,
They sucked.
as simple as that. I mean, I would not be surprised if it came out that bro might have been a little involved in it.
That'd be awesome.
Just
I mean, how could you not be?
I mean,
That guy's around you 24/7 because you got to speak to everybody.
that's the whole theory around Michael Jordan. It's like they were so afraid. The theory is like they were so afraid of that coming out that he had to just. They were like, Mike, you gotta retire, bro. Like you gotta just step out for a second. Like
Yeah, Shohei.
just chill. But
Shohei for 3.
I guess I think I asked you. I'm asking you. Is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, with that being said, we'll be back on Tuesday to talk more NFL, more NBA, more, I guess, everything else we covered. But with that being said, brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.